man, endless, interesting. Okay. Um, they're making they made a new movie called Hansel and Gretel, which like amazing. I recommend you go see it. It's like so cool. But the guy looked like Russell Crowe. You know, I thought, okay, wait. They also put out like two new editions of the like of the Grimm's fairy tales. Really weird, amazing, the endless amount of comment about the psychoanalysis movement. I think crazy. They didn't have like the one. Someone did like in the British man, like, British Empire, like he did a new like British translation, you know, and I love them for a variety of reasons. But you know, it's amazing how like we went. We don't understand the design of your city. Where like you know, I went in like the Grimm's fairy tales are like yeah, geez, we had one in the store. Like they can't. It's a them. It's like something to do with like computers in your spaceship. Like they didn't have the one I wanted, but they had this like giant annotated one. It's also new, putting out Guns Grimm's fairy tale shit. So, but it's so interesting. Like it's so interesting. Like how like I thought it was an annotated version of the Grimm's fairy tales. Incredible how like Freudianism like it's in everything. Like, listen to this. I mean, I was in English meeting. I studied. It's not just that I studied English literature in um, college. You know, I studied. I went to graduate school for English literature in New Orleans for a while after I worked in the restaurant. Or while I was working in the restaurant. I mean, but how? Because it's constant and unnecessary lying. But I mean, this it's called an annotated book. I mean, annotated. It's like it looks like this. It's like you know, what's like, it's like you know, what do they call that? I mean, this isn't from the British Empire, people. Like this is from like the secret nihilist movement. Like, listen to what it says. I mean, it really isn't funny. I mean, like, return this. Like, you just conned us or whatever with this, but they don't know that. The publisher. But listen to me. They called this is Cinderella. Oh, that was one of my favorite Grimm's fairy tales too. Hold on a second. The enduring appeal of Cinderella. It refers to it as a rags to riches story. No, it's not rags to riches. That's not what it's about. I mean, but this is the annotated. Like, look at this. One of these books come for Angie just say like you have to eat it before you take a bite out of it before you read it. I mean, it's incredible. But listen to me. Listen to me. How the psychoanalysis movement is wrecking our like our concept of literature. It's destroying civilization altogether. Listen to what it's calling it. I can't even believe this. Into the annotated Cinderella. Cinderella's biological mother is dead. Okay. Okay. In this splitting of the mother into two polar opposites, psychologists have seen a mechanism for helping a child work through the conflicts created in the process of maturing and separating from the parents. That's that they're destroying our civilization. That's not what the story Cinderella's about. But it's annotated by people in the psychoanalysis movement. Like they don't live in objective reality in a way where they're. I studied English literature. Those stories came down from the Germanic, like the Goths who sacked Rome or something like that, right? And the Grimm's brothers, like the Germanic fairy tales, and they were put into the British Empire as they're like about. They're actually in some sense about capitalism. I mean, they're disintegrating like people's like mental architecture with this shit. To put it in modern terms, like they're about capitalism. It's not about like individuating from the mother, like into polar opposites. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, that's the people are going to be reading the annotated Grimm's fairy tales in America, which is we'll never get to Europe. We'll never be Europe if this goes on. The psychoanalysis movement has taken on those are the important myths of civilization, of this civilization, of Western civilization, I think. But they're a lot about capitalism, and I mean to use a modern term, they didn't not modern industrial capitalism, but I mean it's incredible how that it's like Francis Parker said, it's the black mass of Western civilization. It is. We'll never move to Europe.